Hi there, welcome into Energy Upgrade Feng Shui Tips 2021. We are in the fourth full week of April, and I'm so happy to have you join me here. Even if you don't know why you've stumbled upon this channel, you're about to receive an energetic calibration using the ancient modality of Feng Shui and the modern modality that I'm about to share with you right now. I'm Lisa Aubin. I own Cloud9 Feng Shui Consultancy, and I'm a co-founder with the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. I'm a member on the board of directors with the International Feng Shui Guild, and I encourage you to check us out if you want to learn more about my consultancy, the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui, or the International Feng Shui Guild. Visit the links in the description. Now let's get started on today's energetic calibration, and I'll walk you through the process. So first, I just want to welcome you, and I want to thank you for taking this leap into receiving an energetic calibration that I call Energy Upgrade. And it involves a connection between you and me on the other side of the screen, involving our conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. So we are going to connect on a deeper level. I encourage you to set your intentions right now. Make sure that you're well hydrated. If you're not, put this on pause and go get yourself some water, your favorite beverage. We are going to be working with quantum entanglement theory, one of my new favorite terms that I've learned since COVID and really explored and believe so much in. I've integrated that along with the power of intention, intuition, and stress reduction. So this process I've developed also involves Feng Shui and the I Ching, harmonizing our energies with the grace of nature. We're going to be removing the ego and achieving an alpha wave state meditation. And you wonder what that's like? Okay, so that's the opposite of theta energy, and that's when we're awake. That alpha wave state of meditation, I like to think back to the 90s if any of you were alive during that time. And you remember those dot matrix artwork that we would see in the malls, remember malls? And if you looked just slightly up about 20% above your normal gaze and softened your gaze a little bit, maybe it helped if you took off your glasses, but that dot matrix would actually form together in that soft gaze a 3D image, even a landscape sometime, and you can move around various angles and see different viewpoints of this image. When you casually walked up upon it, you just thought it was a collection of dots. So we're working with that type of energy, that meditation state. And we can get to that state in various ways, but for now, I want you just to keep it in the back of your mind and really come along with me on this journey. So we're going to align and attune your best energy with your space and in nature and in a beautiful, refined, supportive way. And this is very much like a meditation. I think you might even feel like you've had a massage. I don't want to put any thoughts in your head because that's, my experience will be different to yours. I invite you to please be present. Take a deep cleansing breath and drink your water. Set your intentions. Light a candle as I have with the intention to connect and to receive this energy. And if it helps, you can write down your experience. Write down any images that comes to mind. Draw, if it helps, draw a picture, symbols that you receive. And be on the lookout for synchronicities now and in the immediate future. They're always present, but I want you to take special attention to them now that you're receiving this energy upgrade. And tell me about it. Tell me your experience in the comments below. Come back and visit this link and add your updates to what you're experiencing. And let what you learn inspire your space, your home, your workplace, any space, any environment. I'm going to give you some Feng Shui guidance to participate in and to help you carry through in this cosmic energy. Before we get started, I'm going to make sure that we're really deeply connected as much as possible on the other side of the screen and recording. Again, I'm Lisa Albin of Cloud9 Feng Shui, and if you're new here, make sure you hit like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. I do these energy upgrades each and every week, and they're ever evolving. I'm working with my team to really make sure that I refine this process for you to make it easier to receive, easier to understand, and easier to share. I believe so much in it, and I appreciate you showing up each and every week and sharing with me. Your feedback is helping to shape this process. And be on the lookout as these sessions start to take shape in a new form. We're all going through a period of transformation right now. I think you feel it. This is a time of renaissance. It's very exciting. There's a little bit more of a feminine energy shift, and even the men and women alike can embrace this energy and tap into it. Right now, I've typed your names up into my name box. That's akin to setting my intention as I would in any other way with Feng Shui. And when I'm setting my intention on a normal day in and day out basis, I'm writing down a name, or I'm thinking about a person, or I'm looking at that person, and I'm setting my intentions to serve, to fill in the blank, whatever I need to do to best help in that situation and to use the energy at its best. So I've gone ahead, I've entered in your name with my intention. I'm going to optimize our connection, and I'm going to let my software do its work. I'm going to improve upon these values, and you'll see this software operates off of intuitive discernment, much like you or I, in calibrating energies. And it's working within mine, within all of the energy of all the willing people in between you and me and this other side of this recording. So think about all of the shared energies of others who are watching this recording at the same time as you, and the shared connections that you might have. Each of you are willing, and each of you are going to receive this energetic calibration, and it will be rewarding. So our best possible values have been met. We can move forward. I'm also going to tap into our emotions. I feel that's important always. And plus, I love the outcome of this. It gives me something else to use when I'm generating my Feng Shui tips. And I love the element of surprise. So here the issue is being overly dramatic and all of the things that we have to bring into harmony. These are things that might resonate with you directly, or it might remind you of a conversation that you had with your mom or your girlfriend or a coworker. So these are all things that are within our aura fields that need to be harmonized to make sure that we're able to work within our best energetic value. All of these items. So I'm going to have this run in the background. We will revisit it. It looks like a lot of work. Sometimes there's less items, but that's the energy of today, and that's okay. So nothing wrong with that. It happens. And quite frankly, I'm glad that we're addressing these issues within our aura field. We need to clear before we can bring in blessings, right? So I consulted the I Ching, the ancient book of changes. And I'll say it again, the only constant in this world is change. If you're not feeling change, watch out, it's coming. Don't get too comfortable, because it's imperative that we change all the time so that we can evolve to be the best us, so that the world can evolve to be the best world, to make sure that technology evolves, and so on and so forth. And so the I Ching, the ancient book of changes, I consulted it by tossing 3 Chinese coins. And in the reading, it developed one single hexagram, meaning that there were no change lines. That means that the energy is very stable right now. And very stable, meaning there's a clear, direct answer. And that helps in generating our Feng Shui tips for this week. What you see here is hexagram number 9. That is the energy of the restraint, taming power of the small. There's a Chinese proverb that says, dense clouds but no rain. So if you can imagine back in ancient times, and the farmers are out, and a lot of Feng Shui is deeply rooted in the seasonality, in the yin and the yang of day and night, and the yin and the yang of seasonality, to be able to understand nature and to learn when is the best time to plant your crops. When are the floods coming? When is it time to prepare for drastic weather? And so imagine ancient people looking up at the clouds, and they're hopeful for rain. Rain is something that is going to plenish the crops and keep everyone hydrated. And they see these beautiful dense clouds, but no rain. It looks like it's going to rain any second. That's the energy. That's the cosmic energy of right now. The clouds are so full. You can, whatever your goal is right now in mind, you can just see it. You can taste it. You can feel it. You're like doing all the work that you can to get your vibe to match that of your desires. But they're not coming into, it's not translating into, it's not turning into actualizing. You're not receiving what you're matching your vibe to, which is frustrating. And that very much resonates with me. Does that resonate with you? Let me know in the comment box below. What type of energy are you experiencing right now in the object of your desire? The object of your desire right now, it's blocked, perhaps by something you can't even see. It's so tiny, but it's strong and it's unchangeable in this energy. There's nothing that you can do externally. You can't market harder. You can't make a bigger grandstand argument. You can't profess your love at this time. This is not the time to do a big change in direction for your business or to launch a new program. Use this time to have small, purposeful actions in everything that you're doing and evaluating yourself. In particular, evaluate your image and try to put yourself in the shoes of the object of your desire. So if your object of a desire is a thing or a person or a situation, think about how your image can influence this object, person, situation. And think about which facet of your persona would be best to spotlight to give you an advantage. Now, that might be taking a look at yourself, and if you're trying to negotiate with someone, take a look at yourself and maybe then put yourself in the shoes of the person you're trying to negotiate with, and think about how you want to be received. How do you want your energy to be received by this person so that you win out? Likewise, if you have, hold on, late breaking news. So, here's a nice, so in overcoming this emotional energy, I almost dropped my crystal. The software is suggesting, using its discernment, that you will find your soulmate and do not settle for less. So find your soulmate and don't settle for less. Don't fall into a pattern just because it's comfortable and you can close the book in the chapter. That feels very poignant to what we're talking about too. Don't rush. This is not the cosmic energy to rush through so that you can actualize your goal. Wow. So sometimes these really align with the message of the I Ching, and that shocks me every time. So going back to the I Ching reading and continuing to imagine how your persona, how you have many facets to yourself. What part of your persona should you be projecting to help this situation actualize, to help a love interest come to you? If you're a projector, this means keep it small and restrain. And I understand, because I am a projector in human design, even though we want to make a grand announcement or share something that we've discovered, it's important that we keep our energy small at this time until everyone is ready to receive that information and perhaps look for an invitation. So I think that applies to all of us in this week to be aware of that. Think about how you want, which part of your inner flame do you want to project and do you want received by others? If you're looking towards attracting abundance and success, look within yourself and think about, are you projecting the image of success and abundance? Are you acting? Are your actions reflecting abundance and success, right? So we can deep dive into all the various desires that one may have. If you would like to work with me in deep diving into your personal burning questions relating to this topic, I do offer a deep dive consultation, which goes far greater into all of the different modalities that I use. This is just scratching the surface. But if you want to spend time with me, generally sessions run about an hour, sometimes a little more, a little less, but we can talk about your personal desires, your goals, what's going on in your life, and pinpoint more what these influences I'm discussing might actually be, and personalize more the applications that I can use and that I have at my fingertips, and I'm so happy to share with you. So I am going to share with you in the spirit of, I think, Earth Day. I feel it's important that we cleanse our energy, cleanse our aura, and use this tool I love so much. I've not gotten better results than from any tool than this recently. It is called soul imaging, and you'll see what I'm talking about. YouTube viewers. Okay, so with my intention, I'm going to connect to you on the other side of the screen, on the other side of this recording, and let the intuitive discernment work, do its thing. So right now it's searching for permission issues, connecting us, and we are going to be looking for imbalances in your soul imaging. We're all on this earth to do something for a very specific reason. We're all puzzle pieces of this great life, and each of us is important. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have a great soul purpose. But what this is doing is repairing some things within some channels of energy within our soul. Repairing, if you can imagine, we're all energy, life force energy, Qi as we call it in Feng Shui. I like to say within our aura field, when we have stresses or triggers or trauma, we get holes or tears, imperfections. And whenever I think of this, I think of a piece of cheese, like Swiss cheese, holes. And this type of working within our soul imaging, is going to repair all of the energies, fill us with all of the healing light that we need to keep us whole and make us whole again, so that we're able to vibrate at the frequency that we were put on this earth to be, that makes us who we are as individuals. So right now you can see that it's doing a lot of work to repair these imbalances, which is pretty cool. I see it's picking up on fiery and working on something there. And it will run for quite a bit, and I'll come back and revisit it. I'll let it run in its full course, and I want to hear if you feel this energy right now being shared. Let me know in the comments below, and I want to know how you feel afterwards, because great things happen when this soul imaging and repair work is done. I'm very excited for you. Okay, so as we're talking about in this time, especially within this immediate week, we should be working on how we're projecting our image to the world. And in Feng Shui, this is the energy of Li, the trigram Li, which is tied to the earth element of fire. We see here in the 5-element theory that wood is nurtured, wood nurtures fire, so wood feeds fire. Fire consumes wood. And then fire creates earth, and earth can dampen fire, right? So keep that in mind. Now I'm going to show you again the Bagua map. So if we align this Bagua energy map to your home floor plan, you see here an example. I'm going to align this Bagua map that I've created to the wall that contains the main architectural front door. And it's important that we use the main architectural front door and not the garage or the back door or any door that we use on a regular basis, because the architect's intention was for that to be your door. That's the intended door for energy to arrive, for visitors to arrive, and that's one we need to pay attention to. So we're aligning the Bagua map to that front door, and we see that we're entering into career or life purpose, right? Which is important, always important, right? And especially in this energy that we're in right now of restraint, right? So restrain, taming the power of the small. Gosh. All right, so as we're talking about the energy of whatever our personality that we're projecting, that aligns with Li, or that fire energy I was telling you about, and the Bagua area we call Gua of fame. That's in the back center area. If you were to apply a Bagua energy map, or you can think about it as drawing a tic-tac-toe board on your home, on the top of your home, it's the back center. Now you want to evaluate this back center area and get a sense if it feels out of balance. I'll give you a little tip. So if you're having a hard time doing these exercises, get your cell phone out and take pictures of this area. And the reason why I say this is it takes your ego out of the equation. So take pictures as if you're a visitor, and you can get a sense if it's cluttered, or you can see too many shadows, or the light's imbalanced. That's when we have a yin or a yang balance that needs to be addressed. So always assess how a space feels in its original form before you do any work. And then I'm going to invite you to think of ways that you can activate this area with your intention to pull out that best part of yourself that's going to help you achieve your goals. And one way you can do this is to use a Feng Shui crystal. This is a faceted Feng Shui crystal, and it is an excellent cure tool that we use to manipulate and direct energy flow. You can buy these several places online and some of the major retailers, and I like to use a 30 or 40 millimeter crystal, and I like to use a red silk cord. Requires some finessing to get it on there, but I like to use red for Feng Shui. That helps make it a touch more auspicious. And I want you to hang it or place it. I like mine to be visible, but you can certainly keep it out of sight. I personally like to see the rainbows that are casted. I love to see the activation of the energy. But with your intention, it also works if you just set it down somewhere. I like to use command hooks, and I move my crystals around often as I'm activating different areas. In this instance, you're going to be placing your crystal in the back center area. Now you'll see this floor plan is missing a great deal of fame, and if you're in this situation, give me a call. I'll walk you through it. We can do a Feng Shui assessment and evaluation, and I offer those services as well. Visit the links in my profile, gives you more information. All right, so you're going to place your crystal perhaps on a command hook. Hopefully it'll catch some light, and it'll throw some beautiful rainbows around the room that you can stand in, and perhaps have some colors sent to your aura. You're going to place it there and you're going to think about your goal to project your best self in a way that's going to help and align you with your goal. So you're going to visualize, if it helps, write it down, visualize the image that you need to project. That's going to be best received by your goal, your situation, to help you connect those dots. So you're going to visualize deeply. You're going to say a mantra. I love the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. Now you can Google this on YouTube. There's lots of beautiful chants that are available on YouTube. Om Mani Padme Hum. Or you could use an affirmation that you find on social media or your tea bag or a favorite mantra, anything that resonates with you and this goal to project your best self in order to attain your goal. So you're going to visualize, you've got your affirmation. Now I want you to use a mudra. The mudra can be, in this case, prayer hands. And that's a favorite go-to that I recommend to my clients. So you're going to visualize, use your mantra, use your mudra. And this is a 3-part activation method that's been passed down by Grandmaster Professor Lin Yun, who has since passed away. You're going to repeat this whole process 9 times. So repeat your mantra 9 times. Okay? It helps if you use prayer hands. You can tick your fingers here to help count to 9. Visualize, use your mantra, and using your body to create the alignment. So that's as you hang your crystal, okay? So that was my Feng Shui tip to activate the trigram Li in the area of fame, activating your best self that you hope to project and align with in this cosmic energy of reach strength. And remember, for now, keep it a bit small. I know it's hard for you. It's hard for me too. But I promise if you can keep it small, we'll get through this energy and maybe you'll learn something. And it will help you further along on your journey. I'm Lisa Albin with Cloud9 Feng Shui. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get these energy upgrades each and every week. And please share this with a friend who could use this energy upgrade. Check out my services in the link, and if you wish to inquire to join me and earn your certification to become a professional Feng Shui consultant, you can check out the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. We pay for and register each of our graduate students to join the International Feng Shui Guild that helps set you up for success. And again, I thank you so much. Many blessings times 9.